What's going on, guys? Back here with another mask review video, showing you guys a mask that I just recently got in the mail. This mask is made by Distortions Unlimited. I've been kind of on a Distortions kick lately. There's been a seller on eBay that's been selling a lot of, he hit a jackpot and got a huge lot of vintage 80s and 90s Distortions Unlimited masks. They're the mass-produced ones, but those are very cool because those are the ones you'd always see for sale in the back of the Fangoria magazines and things like that. So I got a bunch of those. I'll be doing videos on those soon. But this mask right here is probably my favorite mask ever made by Distortions. And that's saying something because they've made so many great masks over the years. They don't really do masks anymore. They're more into large-scaled animatronic props for, you know, theme parks and things like that. You know, that's just what they do now. But recently, a couple years ago, they, after nearly a couple decades of not making masks, they got back into it. They did a thing called Monster of the Month. And what that was is like a subscription you could get, and each month they'd send you a mask in the mail. And the mask would come with a bio card, a little card that told you a story about the creature that the artist came up with, and a little something about the artist that made it too. There are a lot of different cool masks. There's a few sellers that were selling them for great prices, and I'll probably pick up a few more eventually. But the one I didn't get Monster of the Month. I didn't subscribe to that. I didn't even know about it until it was already going on. Like I said, this was a couple of years ago. But the one I wanted more than any other one, I seen a guy who was selling one, so I had to get it. This is called The Last Andromeda. Light's kind of taken away from the detail, but this thing just has all kinds of detail. This mask was sculpted by Ed Edmonds himself, the man himself, you know, Ed Edmonds. It's based off of a creature that he came up with back in, I believe, the 70s, and he just made it a little different. You can see in the back, he says Distortions Unlimited 2017, Ed Edmonds, sculpted his signature in the back. This is the only handmade Distortions mask that I have. Again, I like the mass-produced ones just because they were around in like the early to mid-90s, and I'd always see them in Fangoria magazines. But this one, again, is, you know, handmade, sculpted and designed by Ed Edmonds. I don't know if he actually had a part in painting this or not, but it's cast really thick. Nice thick casting, and Ed signed each copy of this himself. And there's Ed's signature right there. So very, very cool. I don't know exactly how many of these were made. I do know, I mean, there are quite a few. There's a picture of their paint room, and they have them all lined up going down. There's quite a few, but I know there's not like thousands of them made. Maybe 100, maybe a couple hundred, something like that. I don't know the exact number, but I do know that after they were done making these for the Monster of the Month, all the molds were destroyed. So they are limited and signed by Ed Edmonds. I have the bio card that came with it. I'll read this. Again, each mask comes with a bio card with a story of the character, and on the other side it has information about the artist who sculpted it. Because they had several different artists come in, Jordi Shell, I believe Mike Rotella did one of them. Just different artists do different ones. This one being the one that Ed did himself. So it's kind of partially the reason that I wanted this one the most, and I just really like the design. But here's the card. If you want to read the whole thing, you can pause that. But it says, as a teenager, Ed sculpted several half masks, but it wasn't until 1978 that the first full head mask was produced that he made. It says the mask was called Andromeda. That was his original Andromeda design. This is the last Andromeda, so it is a little different. But in 1978, he sculpted his first full mask, which was the Andromeda. It says that single mask changed Ed and affected the Halloween industry from masks, props, and displays, and haunted attractions. Due to changes in the trade by the 1990s, Distortions was compelled to move away from mask production and focus on dark animatronics. Again, yeah, they quit making masks and just started doing props and things like that. But in '78, Ed sculpted his first full-size mask, and it changed a lot of things. You know, Distortions Unlimited is they're a huge part of the mask industry, you know. And this is just a really cool mask to have. Again, this thing is huge. I mean, compared to my head, this thing is gigantic. It is wearable. I'm not going to throw it on though because the neck is a little tight. So when you pull it over your head, you have to kind of pull it. And I do not want to wear the signature off the back of it, rub the marker off. But yeah, I mean, compared to some of my other bigger masks, this is it dwarfs the average mask. This thing is just absolutely huge. Giant. Large mask, really thickly casted. And then here I'll put this up if you guys want to read the story on the character that Ed came up with. You know, Ed made kind of a story to go along with this guy. I'm not going to read it. If you'd like to, pause it and read it. You can. I'll try to get it so you can... Yeah. So that's the Monster of the Month. The last Andromeda. Again, each Monster of the Month came with a card. Again, there's the story for the creature right there, and then there's Ed's info right there. So yeah, awesome mask. Great, you know, these are all handmade, hand cast, hand painted. I don't know if Ed and Jordu painted this. I don't know exactly who did all the painting, but again, designed by Ed, signed by Ed. Just a cool mask to have. The molds were destroyed, so there won't be any more of these ever made. I was surprised that there was somebody selling them. I've actually seen a few of them going for, you know, under $100. That's crazy for something this great. Blink was one of the other favorites. It was a big eye, kind of like a skull monster with an eyeball, just one huge eyeball. And that mask goes, you know, people are selling them for $200 to $300. Easy. Yeah, very highly detailed. Again, this is my only handmade Distortions piece. And they don't make masks anymore. They still make awesome things. You know, if they used to have a, you know, Ed used to have he used to have a show on the Travel Channel called Making Monsters. If nobody's seen that, it was, you know, it was a really cool show. He works with Jordy Shell, his wife. It's just a really cool team they got at Distortions. And they make some really awesome things. Again, this is wearable. There's eye holes there. There's a mouth hole in there. I have another version of the Andromeda Resurrection mask over there. It's kind of this a similar design too. I'll do a review on that one also. But for now, I just figured I'd show you guys this one. This is my favorite Distortions piece. So glad to own this. Again, it's really big mask. Really big mask. It's really cool to have. Looks great on display. Again, you could wear it if you wanted to, but Yeah, like I said, I've been on a Distortions kick lately. I picked up about 5 or 6 more Distortions masks, older ones, older mass-produced ones, but a lot of them are still tagged and stuff. I'll do videos on those later on, but I just figured I would show you guys this. Just really pumped to have this. I've been wanted to get around doing a video on them for a while. I've just been really busy. But yeah, this is the last Andromeda, sculpted by Ed Edmonds of Distortions Unlimited. I'll show you guys the bio card one more time. Made for Monster of the Month. This was the last mask they did too. They, you know, you get a different mask each month. This was the very last one that they sent out to people. Really kind of saved the best for last, in my opinion. You know, they did an amazing job on this. And of all the Andromeda designs, this one's just the most pissed off looking. You know, just looks really mean. Yeah, the last Andromeda sculpted by Ed Edmonds, made by Distortions Unlimited. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.